Yeah, hood nigga, better get your ass home. Hood nigga, better turn back to back, John. Nigga clone, in the kitchen with my white beater on. Straight drop it sour though. Mm, 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 mm. It's soda. They wanna buy half it's soda. Excuse this bit. I don't need no key up in this bitch. I take a C up in this bitch. That up in this bitch. When I wrote my first song, breaking down my first bread. I was in the '06. Dope out the pot, straight drop the soda. With a bag of soda. Buy half a soda. Um,
It's Eastern Conference time for the traveling Milwaukee Bucks today. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. With Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and Allie LaForce on our sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, the Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
First personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, Washington. Out to Kuzma. Back to Porter. Harris with it. And Young picks him up defensively. Porter, no luck. And so Young will bring it up to the Wizards. At the elbow, it's Czar. And they double up Davis. Young outside. 6 to shoot. Nice D from Porter. And it's Milwaukee's ball. Here's Giannis. It's rebounded by Koulibaly.
Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunities.
Here's Porter. Following the basket by Trae Young. Here's Davis. Good D by Giannis. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. The rebound by Young. Takes it inside. It's hauled in by Harris. Here's Porter. Rebound by the Wizards. Here's Davis. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And Davis shoots a high percentage because he's so adept at playing to his strength.
Back to Porter. The Bucks keep it going. A new 14-second clock. Yes, that goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his second basket of the game.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Wizards foul.
And the foul's called on Alex Saw.
Second personal foul.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
you ain't ever slide no case.
So it's the Bucks now. Pass to Giannis. And he banks in the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
And this is where you feed Giannis. The closer he is, the more dangerous he becomes.
At the elbow, it's Czar. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And so Giannis will bring it up for Milwaukee to the paint. Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
Assist from
Giannis will take on any defender. Nice finish that time.
Pass to Saw. Antetokounmpo with the steal. Now Porter hasn't made one yet. Here's Rollins. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
You know, y'all heard this season.
Here's Saw.
Yeah,
Off the run. And Sarr throws it down.
And at 7'1", Sarr makes dunking look easy. The defense has to push him further from the rim.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. So it's the Wizards now. 8-point game. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Play now.
Here's Green. Inside. Here's Turner.
They just quit for no reason. I don't know why they be having it to where I don't really care, bro. What's the record looking like? Oh, my shit trash. I'm finna show you right now. Hold on. You'll see the next match I go in. It's mostly because like when I be streaming this, it be lagging. Like this dude, he ain't, you know what I mean? He ain't really no good either. It really be blowing me. Or they reset it now, but when they have it to where I can't even play with my teams, like come on, bro. I legit only play with these 3 teams: the Hornets, Jazz, and what the Cavs. I don't know why they got the Mavericks on there. I was running with them 2 at first. I'm running with the Jazz though. Ooh, that boy got Hornets. Alright, let's see what you on, man. Yeah, it's not that bad, but I rather look a little better. Well, a good bit of those is either lagged out or I'm just trying to see which players is like 2K players. You feel me? A lot of
We have an
in real
interconference
life
affair
players
lined
ain't
up for
2K
you
players
today
for
as the Utah Jazz come in for this one. The excitement of the
certain ones I
NBA
just
is
can't. I
on
don't
the
even know
way.
how to use.
Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. And alongside tonight, Greg Anthony
Also
and
the
Stan Van
layups on
Gundy.
here.
with Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline.
The shooting is different.
Here's Diabate. Shot clock at 5. Here's Bridges. Goes back up. Diabate's shot is good.
Hey, those second chance points are found money. Tremendous effort there.
George with the ball. Now guarded by Ball. Jackson has the open look. That's short off the rim. Ball no good. Pass to Mikhailuk. Picked by Markkanen.
Oh,
And that one goes out of bounds. They say last touch by Ball.
you gotta say it, bro. This one will be tough, bro.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Nice ball movement by Utah. 6 to shoot. Back to Markkanen.
There you go.
And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
Fuck.
And the craftiness that Markkanen
Yeah,
shows
facts,
around the
right on.
rim makes him tough to deal with.
That's it.
And yes, it's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now, here's Bridges. Pass to Miller. To the inside. Bridges misses.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're
That's why I got this
tracking the
one. I had to
tips and
how to
deflections
play this joint,
because
for real.
that tells you who's affecting the game.
Shots good by Miller.
2K18,
And more than just a jump shooter, Miller's very good around the rim. A rare quality for a wing these days.
The 3 from George. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
A magician put the ball in his hand. LaMelo making it look easy.
Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving
might get
no room
undisputed too,
for
but
error with the
I
slam.
gotta get the. When is it supposed to be
And a
done?
timeout called by Charles Lee.
I seen the other
He
one.
made the
look,
decision to huddle up with his
fight, man.
guys and
Shit,
talk
though.
about strategy. And the Hornets making a change here. The Hornets with the lead. Right side, Ball. Stolen by Markkanen. And now Utah, fast break. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Yes, sir. Jackson Jr. flushing.
Pass to Kneppel. Back to Ball. Over George. Ball with the bucket. Ball's got 6 points.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
A shot by Diabate, no good. Outside, George.
Cut, nigga.
Jackson down low. The shot's good on the assist by George.
A nice bit of muscle there from Jackson Jr.
Check it out.
to
Let's
get
see how
the
it is.
inside score through
I really
contact.
didn't play no boxing since
A
fighting.
shot by Diabate, no good. And now Utah fast break. And finished off by Bailey.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Here's Bailey. Here's Mikhailuk. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him, and you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Boy, both teams racking up the points to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Do that shit, huh?
As a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Tie game and some big points being put up on the board. Clark, as we wrap up the first. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center.
Said I need it. What's good, Cameron?
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we've been watching from the Hornets.
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And with each made three, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
And they pick up two.
Well, when you have the size Kessler has, you just want them to keep giving you the ball inside.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
Excels at driving to the basket. Bridges making the D get physical with him when he penetrates.
And the Jazz with possession here.
Here's
Filipowski.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
And Miller moves well for a guy his size and finds the shot there off the drive.
We'll take that for sure.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatic.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
What was that, bro?
Bridges, right side. Down low.
Well, White can attack fast, and the defense was unprepared to contest him cleanly.
This is his first free throw of the game. That one falls, so he hits both of them. The Jazz trailing. Here's Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He kept up that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. So it's the Hornets now. To the middle. Back to Bridges. Pass to Mann. George with the steal. Pulls up for three. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Well, that's just poor transition defense. He's too good a shooter to leave open out there.
Shots good by Miller.
And nice mechanics from Miller there. Ready to fire as that pass was coming.
Pass to Mikhailuk. Takes the 3. Bridges with the board. Charlotte trailing. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Jaren Jackson.
Clearly a foul.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Jazz.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
To the paint. George looking around.
Money ball.
Lets it go from deep. Good on the 3-point shot. George has got the lead up to 4 now for Utah.
Well, this is why George's coaches encourage him to keep shooting from deep, because they know he's only going to get better.
Here's Mikhailuk. They grabbed their own miss.
The read, bro.
Ball with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Mann gets the bucket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Pass to Bailey. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, given his size, Bailey sometimes can overwhelm a defense.
Taking 2 shots.
Both good from the line that time. 1:14 left here in the second. Hornets trail by 4. Three-pointer. Knipple with the bucket. Knipple's got 6.
A lights-out shooter. Opponents will learn quick. You have to guard Knipple tight, or he'll knock those down.
Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Here's Miller. And Charlotte again with the bucket. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes. 6 already.
George, no good. Here's Ball. The rebound by the Jazz. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. George with no one around. Drains the 19-footer. 8 points for him.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Good on the triple. Now it's a 4-point Utah lead.
Well, we see this more and more. Big guys who can really shoot it from deep.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Jazz leading by 4. And we'll return shortly. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Utah leading by 4. From deep, George. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Well, the defense was a little soft. He felt free to take that shot.
Ball, no good. And it's Utah's ball. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Outside for Jackson. George. And George able to finish. George has got 13 points.
Easy to see the kind of impact George is going to have in this league. Already so productive.
Back to Miller. Pass to Diabate. Bridges with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Bridges misses. Now here is George. Here's McKaylee. Fires the 3. Ball with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
A shot by Diabate. No good. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. Utah shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And Markkanen is showing the aggressiveness you like to see in a guy with his skill set. Somebody who doesn't lack confidence when he shoots the ball.
They get it back. It doesn't go for him. Hornets trail by 10. Miller outside. Over Conchon. And the Hornets miss again. Filipowski in the corner. Pass to Collier. From outside, off the mark.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Well, that's how you execute a break. Quickly get the ball up ahead.
Inside. Filipowski. Bridges with the board. Here's Diabate. To the wing right side. Here's Knipple. Misses from close range. Jazz leading by 8. Stolen by Knipple. And a fast break now for the Hornets.
Not just a perimeter threat. Knipple uses his strength and craft to challenge teams inside. Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. The Jazz making a switch here. That's good from Knipple.
And it's been an outstanding game for them at the free throw line, not missing their chances when they get them. Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Jackson in the corner. His three-pointers off the mark. Hornets trail by 6. Back to Miller. And Miller throws it down hard.
Oh, easy money for Miller. He just generates offense.
Over to the left wing. Another miss by Utah. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for Charlotte. George with the steal. And got hung up on the dunk. Not quite enough elevation there, I guess. A tight game here in Charlotte. Here's Ball. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You just can't teach that size. Bridges has the wingspan, those broad shoulders, just a tremendous rebounder for a wing.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Here's Jackson. 7 points in the game. The three from George. Rebound by Williams. From deep, James. The putback. It's good on the putback. And that'll tie this game up.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Markkanen. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And that's 15 points for Lauri Markkanen.
Oh, no.
White, good. White's got the game tied up here for the Hornets.
You got to commend the concentration White showed there. He doesn't get thrown off kilter easily.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Pass to Williams for the lead. Hits the three-point bomb. And now a three-point Charlotte lead.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Here's Mikhailuk. And finished off by Bailey.
And no shortage of agility for Bailey. He just leaps up to the rim.
Oh, no.
Knipple wide open, and he fires. And another three for Charlotte.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
Yeah, and you can feel the pace picking up in this second half. Both teams have dialed up the intensity.
James, no good. Pass to Mikhailuk.
Okay.
Shoots the three. The shot comes out. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. It's Charlotte as they wrap up the third quarter with a huge surge in. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Charlotte leading by 4. Here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
Get up, LaMelo. These Ball brothers can fly.
There's the three. Nailed from three-point land. Pass to Mikhailuk. Fires from deep. Hits it from three-point range.
They continue to battle out there. So close to taking the lead.
Yeah, this is definitely a close one. Let's see if they have enough in the tank to take the lead here.
Out left to the wing. Mikhailuk can't get it to go.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easier.
Out to Miller from downtown, and the rebound by Jaren Jackson.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Hornets leading by 8. Out to White. Pass to Miller. Back to White. Down low. Here's Ball. Stolen by Markkanen. And the Jazz pushing it up now. Here's Mykhailiuk. Bailey controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
With good instincts and length, Bailey is a plus offensive rebounder.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Charles Lee said to the team. And Coach reminded his team that leads can disappear quickly in the NBA. He said if we get loose and they make a few shots in a row, then this is a ball game again. Do not let that happen, he implored. Guys.
Thank you once again, Allie. Jazz trail by 6. Now Markkanen. And he misses the J. Here's Tillman.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, his ability to sniff out these shot blocking opportunities really defines Jackson Jr.'s defensive game.
George! And down goes the 3.
Well, check out George showing up in the big moment, showing how ready he is to be that guy. That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Monster bucket from Bailey. It's the rookie now stepping up.
James fires. Now Green. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. Bailey.
Come on!
Right in there.
Let's go.
Bailey,
Ah.
not letting the D get to him.
Big A's. Big A.
Score is good. Now leading by 1.
Big A.
Pressure-packed free throws, but he stayed calm and nailed it.
Jackson with the rebound. And it's Utah's ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Now Bailey. Outside George. Clock at 6. Off target from outside.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Yay!
Outside ball. It's stolen by Bailey. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Oh, good on the layup. Guys, this possession could decide their fate.
They have to be careful with the ball.
Miller.
Bro, you just like this nigga laid that right here. Real dog.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
From outside. Does not go.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Now Jackson shoots the 3. It's good.
Let's go.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout.
Let's go.
Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here.
Let's
What
go.
Coach wants to do here.
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
And clearly they're in the driver's seat here, but they still have to get a stop. The main thing is they can't allow that open, quick look from beyond the arc.
Yeah, you love to see a quick bucket off the inbound. Well done.
George! The long shot, no good. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime.
Here we go.
Outside Bridges. Outside ball. Fires the 3. And it's off. And it's the Jazz's ball. Markkanen outside. Stolen by Ball. One-on-one here. Now Miller. Outside Bridges. Oh, the dunk.
Aggressive, just an attacker. Bridges wants the rock, especially near the rim.
Now Markkanen lays it in off the window.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's George. And stolen by Miller. Outside Ball.
That's Jackson. Me too.
Stolen by Jackson. Outside George. Ace Bailey misses the 3. Jumps up. Oh, the
Ace
to punctuate.
There's a fearlessness that Bridges brings to this team. He just welcomes the chance to take important shots.
Well, they needed someone to step up there, and it's Markkanen who answers the call.
When you watch Knipple, he has the demeanor of someone who will hit a lot of big shots over the course of his career.
It's off.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a coach streak. They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Now Ball. Now Miller. Here's Ball. Buries the deep ball.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Rips it down with 2 hands.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the 3-point attempt.
The second one drops, and that brings them within 8. And no good on the 3rd free throw. So he ends up going 2 of 3. Jackson with the rebound.
And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy.
And so it's Charlotte with the win. They had to scrape and claw to put.
Good shot. Good. better than he is, or he thinks he was going to come into this game beating Rob. But I think it's just more so he just wanted to play the best guy. Yeah. The common thread.
I'm here to tell y'all. Wait. When you run a business, it gives a shit about you as a business owner. Nobody cares. Get it? When you pay for a product and a service.
Welcome to 2K Sports. Glad to have you with us. Along with the all-star team of Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. It'll be Oklahoma City off the tip. Now here's SGA. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander lifting off and hammering it down with all he's got.
Harden from outside. Drains the triple.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Pass to Dort. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Here's Holmgren. Shoots over Mobley. Misses the baby hook. Left side Mitchell. From the arc. And Cleveland another three.
He's always a threat to bury a catch-and-shoot jumper. Mitchell doesn't waste time.
Here's SGA. Mobley with the block. Here we go, one-on-one. Three-pointer, Harden. Now SGA. Mobley grabs the board.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
And that'll be Cleveland's ball as it goes out of bounds. Cavs keep possession here.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Dort for three. Sinks it from distance.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
Now here's Harden. Inside. The layup misses. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Now guarded by Mobley. Pass to Hardenstein. From deep, SGA. Sends it home from three-point land. Gilgeous-Alexander's got five.
Outside, inside, in between, it doesn't matter. SGA is lethal. And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
Down low. Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Everyone knows Harden is a talented passer. He can really rack up those assists.
The Cavaliers leading. Outside for Mitchell. There's the triple. Dort grabs the miss. On offense, here are the Thunder. On the wing, SGA. That one drops. 3 for 6 now.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter. Someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
Mobley, no good. So it's Oklahoma City now. Pass to Hardenstein. Williams from long range. It's rebounded by Cleveland. to Harden. To the paint. Here's Wade. Dort with a steal. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Cans it from the wing. 9 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, total focus from Shai there. Ready to go off the feed.
Here's Harden. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. Oklahoma City shooting their first foul shot of the game.
Yeah, what's special about Gilgeous-Alexander is how shifty he is, which also makes it so tough on defenses.
The shot's good.
If the defender is giving him that much space, the points are inevitable.
Back to Schroeder. There's a screen. And again, unable to change momentum here. And SGA has got the ball here for OKC. Leading by 5. Drops in the 3. Dort's got 6.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Outside Harden. Launches it. Count it. His 3rd and 5 attempts.
A lights-out three-point shooter, Harden loves to take and make them.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Williams. What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for Oklahoma City. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the... And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Thunder.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
Inside Mobley is set up for success. His size and reach means the rim is right there for him.
Here's SGA. Taking it inside. SGA.
Look, he's the kind of player that has you awake at 3 a.m. asking yourself, how do I stop this?
Harden can't hit. Thunder leading by 5. No luck on that one. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Cleveland working the ball around now. Mobley on a screen. To the middle. It's good. Off the assist from Harden. Mobley's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Easy does it. Mobley is such a fluid athlete for his size. I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Harden from outside. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And here's SGA outside. Goes back up. And so the ball out of bounds. Gilgeous-Alexander touched it last. And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
It may be a players' league, but the coaches obviously play a big part as well.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation and give your players the information they need to succeed.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. From deep, Williams grabs the board. Oklahoma City leading by 5. And here's Wiggins. Pass to Williams. They double him with Mobley. Now Mitchell. The three-pointer off the mark. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. And Mobley throws it down.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is. To the inside. Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Back to the basics, unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
And stolen by Mobley. Harden with it. Guarded now by Mitchell. Pass to Wade. Back to Harden. .143 left in the second period. Oh, Williams with the block. Oklahoma City shooting their second attempt at the line tonight. Mitchell, no good on the free throw.
Mitchell shooting 1.
A minute 37 left in the second. Pass to Wallace. Takes the three. Knocks it down from distance. Wallace has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And Mobley gets it to go.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Wallace outside. The kick out to Wiggins. Off target from three-point range. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Here's Harden. Drives to the hoop. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Harden's got 10 points.
This is Harden at his best. Driving, fighting through contact. He enjoys overcoming these challenges.
And Mobley has got the ball here for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The three is up. And that one's good. Harden for 3. Harden's got 5 points in the quarter.
And you can see Harden is feeling it, which is why he's being so aggressive on offense.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Wallace's shot is good.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. The kick out to Williams. Back to Wallace. Fires from deep. It's a tie game in Cleveland. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Now the Cavaliers with it. Here's Schroeder. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Cleveland shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Outside Mitchell. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Here's Wallace. Three-pointer, no good. The Cavaliers leading. Here's Tyson. Good work there as it goes. Tyson's got his first bucket in this one.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Here's Schroeder. And he lays it up and in. Schroeder's got 4 points now in the quarter.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Williams from long range. Sinks the tray.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Getting established positioning inside. Once Allen has this, he is a threat to score.
90 seconds into the second half now. Outside Schroeder. And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Harden from outside. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Wiggins on the attack. Mobley with the block.
Yeah, nice timing on the rejection. Mobley showing you how incredible defensively he can be.
From deep, Mitchell. Mobley grabs the board. Outside Harden. Back to Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Wallace outside. Back to Mitchell. From outside, off the mark. The Cavaliers lead by 5. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Back to Harden. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Mitchell. Misses the 3. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Cleveland shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
Holmgren outside. Shot's good. SGA making the play. Holmgren's got his first 3 points of the game.
A superb 3-point threat. When Holmgren is knocking down triples, he's hard to contain.
Back to Mobley. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Oklahoma City trailing. Williams from long range. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. There's a minute 26 left to play in the third quarter here. Harden, deep 3-point land. From beyond the arc and then some. Harden's got 16 points.
And we know Harden possesses endless range, letting it all hang out right there.
Stripped away. And they're pushing it up. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Mitchell. Knocks down the 18-footer. And it's a 4-point Cavalier lead.
Yeah, Mitchell can get this mid-range look lined up. He's a very skilled shooter.
Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Williams misses. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Harden penetrating. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession. The open shot by Gilgeous out. Oh! Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Well, it's good to have a player on the
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Here's Oklahoma City now, trailing by 2. Dort for 3. Nails it from 3.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Count it. Good.
Timeout. Timeout.
SGA's got 20 points. All right, guys, the breakdown here of the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. Coach telling their team, this is a tight one. We need full effort defensively, 1 or 2 stops, and we will win this game. A coach preaching defense, a familiar tune.
As always, Allie, we thank you.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
Mitchell with the ball, now guarded by Holmgren. Pass to Mobley. Outside for Harden. Back to Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Oh, this one has turned into an absolute nail-biter.
Yeah, at this point, you almost expect it to come down to the last possession.
Back to Mobley. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Defensive foul.
And that one misses. And here's SGA. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Pass to Williams. Oh, and Mobley with the block. Outside Mitchell. Mobley up top. On the wing, Harden. From deep. Holmgren there for the rebound. On offense, here are the Thunder. Here's Dort. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
Nice use of strength by Dort. He runs into the inside contact, but pushes right through it.
Now Harden. Dort with a steal. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Harden picks him up. Here's the pass to Williams. And it's in there.
Williams is like a vibe. I mean, this guy gets it. He knows they need points there, and he takes it upon himself to deliver. That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Outside Williams. Now Holmgren. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. Williams. Oh, he misses the layup. The Cavs trailing. What a jam by Donovan Mitchell with authority.
And when you need a bucket, look to a guy like Mitchell. He's so effective on the floor at finding his scoring opportunities.
Outside SGA. Tipped. Stolen by Mitchell. Harden with it. And it's Dort picking him up. Here's Mitchell. Wow! Put that in the dunk contest.
Oh, guys. I mean, this crowd is in awe of that Mitchell dunk. Heck, I'm in awe, too.
And the call will be against James Harden. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Now a pass to Williams. Jacks up a 3. Hartenstein. Here's Holmgren. Outside Williams. Just 5 on the clock. SGA takes it himself.
And it's all about length for Mobley on defense. He can trap you with those long arms.
the D. Misses the three.
And the game isn't over yet, but they have to move quickly.
Yeah, this one isn't over, but they can't afford to waste any time now.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's the pass to Williams. The three is in.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout, and a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. That'll be a 5-second call.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
Now pass to Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander fired. Yes, he did! It is good!
That's just unbelievable.
The winner at the buzzer. It doesn't get any better.
Unreal. What a finish. Nothing better than a buzzer-beating three to win.
And so the big win by Oklahoma.
Really?
Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports. bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, with Allie LaForce reporting courtside. We'll see the Charlotte Hornets defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. Pass the ball. Back to man. Wiggins with the rebound. And here are the Heat now. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Now here's Adebayo. And now ball pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Man with it. It's Miller on the wing. Stolen away. Fast break. Here they come. Here's Adebayo. Out to Powell. And Adebayo throws it down.
Don't take your eyes off Bam. When he comes off the floor, he gets up and the slams are just too good to miss.
Here's man. Outside ball. 5 on the clock. Here's Miller. And that one comes up a bit short. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And there's the foul. It's on Miles Bridges. That is his first foul of the game.
Substitution on the court.
And here's Wiggins. Pass to Powell. Over to the left wing. And here is Mitchell. Just 4 to shoot. Larson, no good. Here's Ball. Out to Bridges. Lets it go with a 3. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Powell with it. He's picked up by James. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And some changes here for the Heat. On defense, Charlotte. Looking for their first basket of the game. Where? And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. Some changes for Charlotte. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Outside ball. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, with LaMelo, you really have a one-man offense. I mean, there's not much he can't do on this end of the court.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. Here's Jokic Jonas. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Hawkins with the ball, and it's Miller picking him up. Back to Ware. Howard down after the assist, let him into the lane.
Well, you know, this is what you like about him as a facilitator. He hits his man where he can do something with the rock.
Here's Fontecchio. And finished off by Fontecchio.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Hawkins outside. Outside, Hero. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. On the wing, Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Such an athletic guy. Bridges just hammers it down.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust.
We in Miami turning up another notch.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Down low. And that one is stuffed right through.
What he lacks in height, he certainly makes up for with his bounce.
To the middle. Bridges misses. The Heat leading by 4. Pass to Jovic. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Out to Powell. Now here's Smith
better view.
on the wing. Wiggins.
Oh my God.
Off the mark there with the three-point shot. White with it. Now defended by Powell. No good. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Jovic. Here's Gardner. Now Wiggins. Clock at 6. Smith, no luck. Deep 2 from Ball. And so the first quarter is in the books. Heat out front. They're up by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Heat.
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
And there's a foul called on Tre Mann. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Pass to Fontecchio. Six to shoot. Cuts off the pass.
Oh, that's a tough pass to make there. He had a very narrow gap to squeeze it through and just couldn't get it done. Good work by Knipple getting involved on the break.
Fontecchio on the wing. Hawkins. Pass to Jonas. Fast break now for Charlotte. Back to Mann. And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. And he makes that one.
Good work between the teammates that time, leading him perfectly.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And it's the Heat with the ball. The drive by Mitchell. It's blocked. It's stolen by Adebayo. Pass to Wiggins. And here's Adebayo. Wasted no time on that one. Adebayo's got his second basket of the game.
No hesitation from Adebayo there. Had to love seeing him taking this shot with confidence.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. To the wing right side. Pass to Miller. There's a screen. Shot clock at 6.
Their coaching staff wants Adebayo to be an impact defender, and they've got to be happy with his D on that possession.
The shot by Powell, no good.
Well, you know exactly why they let him have that shot.
Ball with the bucket.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Adebayo. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
That is not a simple finish by any means. Adebayo had to keep his focus, makes the D think twice about getting physical with him.
Pass to White. Three-pointer. Miami grabs the miss.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Well, Heat leading by 5. Here's Wiggins. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Really good job of working the interior. You got to work it. You got to work it a bit. Wiggins attacking is able to draw the foul.
And both free throws good for Wiggins. And so here's Charlotte to the inside. And Green slams it in.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot? Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Fires the 3. That ball, high speed that time from Wiggins.
3 points.
Mitchell's got the lead up to 8 now for Miami. McNeely shot is off. Heat moving the ball around. Deep, Adebayo. Here's Larson. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's Mann. Miami grabs the miss. Here's Miami now.
What are you doing?
They're on a 12-4 run right now. Back to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
Inside. Back to Mann. Pass to Kneppel. 6 on the shot clock. Mann can't hit. Well, Heat leading by 10. Now Wiggins, guarded by Green.
Yeah, man, was it nice. You know where Wiggins' explosiveness comes from, though, right? His parents, a world-class sprinter and an NBA player. Now that is platinum-level DNA.
And Green slams it in.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
He's 0 of 1 from the line, missing on his first trip.
And attitude plays such a big role in Adebayo's game. This guy is a worker. Doesn't mind getting his hands dirty if it means getting his team ahead.
Bridges, right side. There's a good screen. Top of the key ball. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. It's the Heat ending the second quarter with a tremendous 17-6 run. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Pass to Salon. Now here's ball. Over Wiggins. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
Look, it's real simple. It's a make or miss league, and he just missed it.
Wiggins left side. It's deflected. And Bridges with a clear path to the basket. Can't get it to fall. Well, Heat leading by 11. Powell outside. The shot off that time. And they'd love to cut this deficit down to single digits. Here's ball. Miami grabs the miss. Pass to Wiggins. To the paint. And here comes White, leading the fast break. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. And here's Mitchell from the arc. It's good from long range. Mitchell's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Heat. Here's Bridges. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Pass to Mitchell. Into the lane. Lays it up off the glass. Mitchell's got 8 points.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
And you know what? He does. I mean, in the NBA, you've got to have ways to score over defenders of all sizes.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. teams changing it up here. Miami leading by 14. Pass to Jonas. No good on the three. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Here's Miller. Great D that time from Hero. Hero on the wing. A fast break now for Charlotte. Charlotte moving it around. It's Miller on the wing. Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it.
That might indeed ignite a spark in this team.
Miller outside, and it's Fontecchio with the rebound. Down low.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
For Miami, they have gone just 4 of 8 from the line tonight, hoping to move that free throw percentage up a bit. Both good from the line that time. Hornets trailed by 14. Back to man. To the middle. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Pass to Ware. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. Both teams will make substitutions. .146 left to play here in the third. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. 6 points for him.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Fires from 14. The shot by Powell, no good.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Ball with the bucket.
Boy, that's a nice effort from Ball in the paint that time, working hard to find a way to get that shot off.
And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
Pass to Wiggins. On the wing, Wiggins. Now Ware. It's deflected. And it's Miller in the corner. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Charlotte's shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And he makes the first. And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
And a new group in for the Heat. And so he hits both. The Heat leading by 4. And a wide open look for Hero. And he's good on the 3 ball. Hero's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Count that bucket.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
Outside, Hero. His 3-pointers off the mark. And we've reached the end of the third. Heat lead by 5. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the 4th quarter. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Outside, Adebayo. Here's White. And it's off from 3-point range. Back to Jaquez. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, over the break, I listened to Charles Lee talk to his team. He likes the way they're finishing inside. Coach said when we get close, we are golden. They can't stop us in there. Let's keep pounding it as long as we can.
Thank you once again, Allie. Miller outside. And it's Miami with the rebound. At one point, they led by 16. Adebayo. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. And now that's 11 points for Bam Adebayo. Pass to Hero. Fires for three. Connects from three-point range. And it's a 12-point Miami lead. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Heat.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm. And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
The Heat leading by 10. Pass to Adebayo. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
And he is no stranger to physical basketball. Adebayo has to deal with plenty of contact down low. Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
Good on the second free throw.
You know, one of the things that endeared Miles Bridges to his college coach was he was a superstar in talent, but played with a blue-collar mindset.
Yeah.
Now, Hero. Pass to Adebayo. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able. To retain possession here. And so here is Miami. It's a 10-point game. Up top, Hero. And the layup falls. Hero's got 5 points now this quarter.
Oh, and the touch on the interior. Hero can hit jumpers as well as capitalize in close.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. So both teams making some changes here. Miller, and there's the drive.
And using his length to come right off the drive into the hoop there. Big time move by Miller.
And that's in there.
But when you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less. Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
Launches it. Cleared away by Adebayo.
Really hard to stay competitive when you're taking low percentage shots.
And that one is good.
Works that one inside nicely.
Jaquez with the steal. Now Powell. Plenty of space. And it's off. Hornets trail by 12. Outside Bridges. He finishes with a one-handed dunk.
Defense having really no effect on Bridges. He just keeps producing with no sign of slowing down.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hero. Miller knocks down the three.
Brandon Miller showing you the deep range.
The Heat leading by 9. Powell outside. Here's Adebayo. Now Hawkins. Just 5 on the clock. Stolen by Ball. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Hawkins with the steal. Hero fires.
Man.
Down it goes for 3.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Heat.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Bam Adebayo.
You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
Outside Ball. Sweet shot at the right time. And here's Miami. At one point, they led by 16. Now Mitchell. Here's Larson. And he jams it in.
Assist goes to Larson.
Knipple with it. And it's Miller penetrating. Takes the 3. And so it's the Heat winning this one. A truly gutsy performance.
With my lineups next time I play with the Hornets. Yeah. Hopefully they let me get one more game in with them before they block me from playing with their ass. Let's see.
And he ain't got none yet. I'm coming, though.
Nigga, what?
I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you and Mommy. For y'all's tops. So he took his hat off so I could see his hair. So I took my hat off and said, I ain't got none yet, but I'm coming for you. And so I'm coming for you and Mommy. She's on the phone, she's talking to herself. She's whispering. Son, it is. It's for everybody's soul. Get it together. You don't dance nor move. You in one spot all day. That's gonna change real soon. Clean themselves up. Go ahead and do that. You're there trying to perform magic tricks. This ain't magic session. Clean it up.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everyone. We have some exciting NBA action coming up. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports.
And this is inexcusable. The defense must force Markkanen further away from the rim.
Pass to Flag. Let's go with a three. Rebounded by Mikhailuk. On offense, here's Utah. Inside. And the dunk by Jackson.
Doesn't have to get up much. Jackson Jr. at 6'11" just easily finishes that hoop.
Here's Irving. Pass to Flag. Jacks up a three. Utah grabs the miss. First quarter of play, a minute in. Here's Mikhailuk. It's George on the wing. The three is up. Hits the trifecta.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Here's Flag. Pass to Irving. Into the lane. The shot to stop the run. And the dunk by Gafford.
At last, their cold streak is over. They finally found something that worked.
Yeah, the lid's now off, guys. Maybe they can rattle off a few more in a quick order.
Basket counts. George has got 5 now.
Seeing the opening, George does not hesitate. I mean, just a great move.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Jazz. Here's Markkanen. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Being Markkanen is 7 feet tall. He's absolutely an inside threat. I just love watching him capitalize from this area.
Pass to Flag. The three-pointer off the mark. And here's Bailey for 3. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
Well, Bailey is a shot-making machine, particularly off the catch at this stage.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. To stop the run, here's Gafford. The rebound by Markkanen. Utah leading by 12. Out to the right wing. And here's Bailey for 3. Another 3 for Utah.
And with his size, Bailey can rise up over most defenders that are on him.
Pass to Flag. Oh, and Jackson with the block. Here's George. And it's Flag with a rebound. Mavericks trail by 15. Irving for 3. Goes back up to the left wing. And that one's good. Flag.
That's a guy you want taking shots. A quality offensive player.
Pass to Jackson. There's the 3. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Now here's Gafford. Marshall can't hit. George outside. Pass to Markkanen. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First personal foul.
P.J. Washington picks one up.
And when Markkanen is used correctly, he can be an important contributor. A big man who can really shoot, which is valuable in today's game.
And a new group getting ready for the Mavericks. And he sinks the second. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. 19-point game. Pass to Middleton. Shoots over Jackson. Again, the miss by Dallas. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Mikhailuk. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
We'll see if they can keep this pace. Not sure they can win it by relying on just the three.
Here's Williams. Here's flagged. Will it go? And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce.
And give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, coach has to be thrilled. You can draw up all the X's and O's you want, but guys have to go out there and execute with enthusiasm.
And so it's Utah with a commanding 22-point lead going into the break. Their community. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Jazz, this has been the game they wanted to have.
So what, baby?
Mavericks ball.
Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And roaming the sideline for tonight's game, our Allie LaForce. It'll be Utah off the tip. Here's Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
I love it when Markkanen decides to throw it down. Show some fire on that finish.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Now, here's George. Picked by Markkanen. Shoots from the elbow. George, no good. It's Nembhard on the wing. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton.
Tyrese Halliburton doing his thing, showing you all he has in that passing arsenal.
A nice shot by George.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
Indiana moving it around. Got that bucket in no time at all. Nesmith has got 6.
Boy, you give this guy a half-decent look from distance, and he's going to make you pay.
The Pacers off to a quick start here. 4-point game.
Well, all you have to do when a teammate has the basketball is beat a target, and Pascal steps into it and lets it go. Nicely done.
Here's Bailey. Jackson with the screen. Driving inside.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
My question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Pass to Mikhailuk. And here's George. He's covered by Halliburton. 5 to shoot. Jackson. It's rebounded by Indiana. And there is a whistle. That goes on Andrew Nembhard. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Now, here's George. Jackson from long range. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. And a wide open look for Siakam. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Jazz trail by 10. In the corner, George with it. Here's Bailey. It's hauled in by Zubac. And so Siakam will bring it up for Indiana. Halliburton, no good. 1:42 left in the first. Pass to Zubac. Here's Nesmith. Good on the triple. Nesmith has got 9.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Here's Bailey. Now, here's George. He's covered by Halliburton. Misses the 3.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
There's a minute left to play in the first. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Great shooters trust their shooting motion. Tyrese Halliburton with the jumper.
Inside, here's Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
Pass to Nembhard. That 3 off the mark. Jazz trailed by 11. And here's Markkanen. Fires for 3. Walker with the rebound. Here's Huff. And the layup's good off the glass.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Gets the three-pointer to fall. Walker goes in, and the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Here's Mykhailiuk. And so it's Indiana with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the...
13.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And taking a look at the Pacers' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous. Yeah, in football, they talk about passing to the spot and letting your teammate go get it. That's exactly what happened.
And he's good on the three ball.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range. Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Pass to McConnell. Unhindered, going all the way.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Stolen by McConnell. And here's the fast break. Walker leading the way. And Siakam throws it down.
Boy, you can see how big this guy plays inside. Siakam, tremendous vertical.
They get it back. Kessler with the bucket.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Here's McConnell. Rebounded by the Jazz. To the inside. Here's Williams. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Down low. Kessler can't get it to fall. Here's Collier. Goes back up. He doesn't hit that one. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So both teams making some changes here.
Substitution on the court.
Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. A nice shot by Nesmith.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Outside, George
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
puts up a deep three. It's hauled in by Zubac. Pacers leading by 9. Siakam outside. Nembhard with it. Bailey picks him up. Indiana moving it around. Back to Halliburton. Kicks it out to Siakam. Nembhard for 3. Good, and a nice assist from Siakam. Jazz trail by 12. Pass to Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Now Nembhard. And the Pacers another 3. We've got 1:08 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Bailey. Outside, George. There's the drive. And George with the stuff.
Aggressive slash from the young guard. George fears no one when attacking the basket.
And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Pass to Neesmith. It's good from long range. Neesmith has got 15 points.
And the three-point shot has just been money so far tonight.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Shoots the three. Cans it from downtown. Neesmith has got 9 points now in the quarter.
Yet another three. Once we hit the second quarter, it just seems as if those threes just started to fall like raindrops.
And so it's the Indiana Pacers with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. And with as many three-pointers as they drain, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. We'll return shortly. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be.
And really the defense not organized on that inbounds play, and boy, do they pay the price with the triple.
From downtown, Mikhailuk can't get it to go. Here's Halliburton. And the Pacers tack on 2 more.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Here's Neesmith. That's good. It's Halliburton with the assist. Neesmith has got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Pacers.
And no shortage of agility for Bailey. He just leaps up to the rim.
A nice shot by Halliburton. Halliburton's got 8.
A lot to like about the way they're playing right now, but still plenty of time left.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
And here are the Pacers now. A big stretch here going 10-2. Bailey with a wide open look. And the 3 ball is good. Bailey's got 5 points now in the quarter.
What a big night for Bailey. Scoring it well. I have a feeling there are going to be a lot of these performances in his future.
Pass to George. Here's Bailey. Now here's Jackson. Lays it up and banks it in.
And he is a huge presence inside at both ends. Jackson's a great asset to have in the post.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's George. And Markkanen throws it down.
Listen, he's carrying his own weight. There's no doubt. But it is very hard to win a basketball game by yourself.
Back to Halliburton. Pass to Siakam. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Stolen by Markkanen. 3-pointer. Offensive rebound. Pacers leading by 23. High post, Zubac. A 3-pointer is right on target. Halliburton's got 11 points.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Boy, that's a backbreaker. Takes it right into the rim and extends their lead.
You want to make sure your opponent knows they have absolutely zero chance of a comeback, and nice finish by him.
The shot's good from Halliburton.
Yeah, this is his game, right? Halliburton wants you to forget how deadly he is from 3-point territory. Look out.
Mikhailuk. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Pass to Neesmith. Now Nembhard to the paint. Here's Halliburton. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Can they get it? Pass to Mikhailuk. The three from George. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Boy, this is the story of the night for this guy. He's taken a lot of questionable shots.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's Halliburton. 4 on the clock. And it comes off the front of the rim. George from deep three-point land. And so it's Indiana leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. From the field.
41.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And so it's Utah with it. Here's Collier. It's tipped. Pushing it up. Here's Toppin. Up again. Got a hand on it. And they recover it. Pass to McConnell. 6 to shoot. No one near Shepard as he lets it go. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
Yeah, easy call.
First free throw is good.
I think one thing that's clear with Obi Toppin is he has a drive to keep improving. He knows he's got some talent, but it's about the work you put in.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Stolen by Walker. And then Toppin with the jam.
My goodness, Toppin puts on a show. What a special dunker this guy is.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Bailey. No good from outside.
I mean, apparently he still has the green light to shoot threes, but he is in an absolute funk right now. Boy, how about that pass? He put it right where it needed to be.
Got that one up quick. And that's now 7 points from Keontae George.
And developing that 3-ball shot, George is putting in the work now.
And Utah has possession. Launches it from deep. The shot comes out. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
Boy, the explosiveness of Obi Toppin can really shock the defense. This guy gets excellent airspace. Boy, when this guy has got his rhythm, he can be tough to guard. Getting something that close to the cup is a win as far as possessions go.
Beyond the arc. That one, no good. Here's McConnell. And again, it's Indiana converting.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
On the wing, Walker. Here's Shepard. No good. And so they foul intentionally. And some changes here for the Pacers.
Second team foul.
And the Jazz with possession here.
Substitution on the court.
And a deep three from George. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Stolen by Nembhard. And the rejection by Jackson. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Trains it from beyond the arc. Here's Mikhailu.
Andrew Nembhard. Second personal foul.
And the first one drops.
Shooting for Utah.
And so he hits both. And it's the Pacers with the ball.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Pacers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
.111 left in the fourth. The offensive rebound for the three. Connects from three-point range. Mikhailu's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Nesmith with the ball. Pass to Halliburton. Just 5 to shoot. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Here's Mikhailu. Fires from way outside.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. Off target from three-point range. And Indiana can just let the clock run down here. Pass to Halliburton. Takes it inside. And he lays it straight in.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
So We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the New Orleans Pelicans come in for this one. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg joining me courtside with our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce.
And that's how you like to start a game. I mean, boom, straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. I like that.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Murray's got those rush hour handles, boy. It's so much fun seeing him pull off those tricky moves like this.
And it's Miller with the jam.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points.
A lot of bounceability there, guys. I mean, well above the rim. That's what makes him dangerous.
And once the acceleration for Murray hits you, he's gone. Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Here's Murray after the basket by Charlotte, and it goes down 2 points. Murray's got 10 points.
Tell you what, guys, you've got to be more aware of Murray there. When he's aggressive like that, he can cause problems.
And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And stolen by Jordan. Murray with it. Now guarded by Ball. The drive by Williamson. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Shoots the 3. Ball no good. And here's New Orleans now. They lead by 4. Outside, Jones. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Kneppel. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pelicans?
I really like how they're knifing inside with confidence, exploiting any openings they see in the defense, taking advantage.
And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Here's Bridges. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Boy, look how easily Bridges shoots through the contact there. I mean, his mechanics are strong, as is his body.
Hornets trail by 4. Here's Ball. And Fears pulls it down. New Orleans with the ball. Bay. And Bay throws it down.
And forceful there from Bay, attacking the iron.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability. And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Pelicans leading by 6. Pass to Fears. Up and in on the layup.
Right through the defender. Jeremiah Fears. A lot of traffic, but somehow finds a way.
And there's a whistle that goes on Herbert Jones. That is his first foul of the game. 59 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And Miller throws it down hard.
And what an incredible talent Miller is. What a ferocious finish there.
And Messi throws it down.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
go. Here's Bay. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Yep, it counts.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
DeJounte Murray has been leading the charge for the Pelicans. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we've got more in 2. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen, Pelicans pretty much in control here.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them, guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
Pass to Bridges. The baseline J off the mark. Pelicans leading by 12. Wide open look here for Murray. Off target from three-point range. Poole with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Williamson's got it. And he comes up with the deuce. Williamson's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Pelicans. Pass to Knueppel. For three, Bridges. Pelicans with the rebound. Down low. Back to Williamson. Open shot by Murray. On target from 13 feet. Murray's got 12 in the game.
Boy, it's been all Murray all day, 24/7. He's really become a lethal offensive presence.
Back to Miller. They set the pick. No good on the triple. Pelicans leading by 16. Murray, no good. For three. Shots good by Miller. He has 7.
A huge reason Miller went so high in the draft. His three-point stroke. It's exactly what you want in a wing.
Inside. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. With the tip. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
Showing his strength inside. Poole muscles that one home.
Pass to Knueppel. From the arc. And it's the Hornets another 3.
Boy, he is fundamentally sound. Tough cover.
And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That's foul number 2 for him. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Mann. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
And just running the offense. White's that new breed of combo guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Over to the wing. McGowens. Drains it from beyond the arc. McGowens has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside, White. Pass to Mann. White looking around. Shot clock at 6. A 3 ball. On the wing, Williams. No good with the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's McGowens. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
First team foul. Substitution.
1:19 left to play here in the half. And here's Green outside. Drills it from outside. Green's got his first 3 points of the game.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Here he goes. It's tipped. One-on-one here. Back to White. Three-pointer. And Fears pulls it down. Pelicans leading by 8. A shot by Missi, no good. Outside, Green. Here's Mann. There's the three.
Dismissed the defender right there, but couldn't take advantage.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Missi's shot is good. Missi's got his second basket.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Shot from 12. Plays it up and banks it in. Missi's got 6.
There he is, beasting on the glass, converting the opportunity, trying to put this game away.
Well, he enjoys deflating the opposition with those extra possessions.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. With the floater, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You know, they're not willing to give Murray any easy buckets here. D'ing him up as tight as they can, even if it means fouling him.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
And Ball slams it in.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
The three. Good D by Williamson. New Orleans leading by 12. Murray outside. Six on the shot clock. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. LaMelo Ball picks one up. New Orleans shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Salon. That's good, and it's Miller with the assist. Salon's got 7 points.
And, you know, for Miller, his passing is probably the most valuable and overlooked part of his game.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Murray, no good. Hornets trail by 10. And it's Miller in the corner. His three-pointer's off the mark. And it's the Pelicans with the ball. At one point, they led by 16. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the court.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Poole outside. Jones for 3. Hits it from three-point range. He's got 5.
Making the right pass is the first thing on Poole's mind. He wants to be the floor general.
Nice pass in here by Charlotte. White, good. White's got his first points of the game.
You'd certainly like to see a little better rim protection right there.
There's Williamson with the 3. The shot, no good. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. They trail by 11. Mann gets the bucket.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Pass to McGowens. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. He's off on the first. Good on the second free throw. Hornets trail by 9. Here's White. Got a hand on it. And they get it back. Here's Messi. They get it back. Pass to McGowens. And another shot. It's deflected. They get it back. It's good on the putback. And the Pelicans lead by 11. Offensive rebound. And here's White. 5 on the clock. Right side, Williams. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Right wing. For the 3. Bay, no good. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
Back to Messi. To the wing right side. Here's Fears. Drops in the layup for 2. Fears has got 4 this quarter.
A nice touch from Fears inside, showing that blend of skill and athletic ability scouts like so much.
The Hornets shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. First one falls for him. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
Here's McGowan.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. The Pelicans making a switch here. And both free throws good for White. New Orleans leading by 9. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And he drives in. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And so he's picked up his final foul. He will sit for the rest of this game. For New Orleans, they have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8.
My favorite thing about Jeremiah Fears, he has a knack for coming through in clutch moments, and you need that from someone who's naturally ball dominant.
And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Miller with the ball. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're feeling very confident shooting the... And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Hornets trail by 11. Bridges with it. Jones covering. Here's to Long. That three off the mark. Back to Bay. And stolen by Miller. Bridges outside. It's rebounded by New Orleans. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Jones, no luck. And here's Charlotte. Bridges outside. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
That athletic ability gets Bridges to the rim there. He almost totally shrugged off the defense.
Outside for Murray. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Excellent D there from Williams. Bridges, no one around him. Drains the three-pointer. Bridges got 5 points now this quarter.
No hesitation from Bridges there. He knows exactly when he should look to shoot it off the catch. Gets it inside and goes to work. That's how it's done.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
Pelicans ball. DeAndre Jordan. Zion.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for New Orleans. 6-point game.
Miles.
And there's the foul. It's on Miles Bridges. That's his first foul. To the paint. Here's Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, you know, a big part of offensive rebounding is really relentless effort and high energy, and Jordan knows all about that.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what James Borrego was saying to his team. He told his guys, let's not waste this advantage. Hold on to it. Stay aggressive. Let's not give up ground. Coach wants to see his team staying strong out there, guys.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Got a piece of it. And they recover it. Got it to go.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Can't get it to go.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Got to be a little embarrassed by that one.
Boy, he gives this team exactly whatever scoring it needs, and that's one of the things you really like about it.
Jordan pulls it down.
Really hard to stay competitive when you're taking low percentage shots.
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
Kobe White puts up the three, then it misses.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Murray. Another chance here. Layup no good. Hornets trail by 10. And here we go. Williamson heading to the hoop.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Pelicans.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for DeJounte Murray.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Shoots the three. Jordan pulls it down.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half. I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I'd agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
You watch Knipple. He has the demeanor of someone who will hit a lot of big shots over the course of his career.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Trailing by 5. And there's the three.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. And what's their best move at this point?
And with this much time, they should be able to draw up a play and get themselves a decent look from the three-point line. Still, the D is going to be waiting for it in a contested three. Never an easy shot.
So it's a narrow victory for the Pelicans, pulling it out for the W.